This entire situation has taken a league by storm. Honestly, it's one of those stories that feels like it's straight out of a movie script. Imagine this. A high-profile player, one who has been on the radar of multiple franchises for years, suddenly finds himself at the center of swirling rumors. And guess who's right in the thick of it? A team from California that's been lurking in the shadows, quietly positioning itself as a serious contender to land this superstar. The buzz started with a report from a source deeply connected to the inner workings of an NBA franchise, suggesting that this team might have a hidden advantage over others in the chase for this elite talent, especially as we approach the chaotic phase of off-season moves. But what's driving this speculation into overdrive isn't just idle talk. Recently, this player was spotted at a high-profile event in the heart of California, during the weekend when the league's biggest stars gather under one roof. His presence didn't go unnoticed. In fact, it raised eyebrows across the league, especially because key figures from the California franchise, think owners, cornerstone players, and top executives, were all there too. Now, while these events are typically swarming with celebrities and athletes, the fact that this particular player was mingling with members of the franchise has fueled endless conversations, adding more fuel to the fire. It turns out that both this player and the team's main star share representation from the same agency. Coincidence? Maybe. But in the world of professional sports, these connections often lead to much bigger moves behind the scenes. So, while on the surface it might seem like just another social gathering, insiders know better than to brush off these encounters as mere happenstance. It's these subtle meetings that sometimes lay the groundwork for blockbuster deals. As it stands, the team's immediate focus remains on their current superstar. However, there's an undeniable reality setting in. Bringing in a player of this caliber would force general managers and owners league-wide to rethink their strategies. This isn't just about adding depth to the roster. This is about shifting the balance of power in the league. It's the kind of acquisition that headlines are made of, and sure enough, this possibility has dominated sports news cycles recently. Local media outlets, often the first to catch wind of such developments, have reported that the player is actively evaluating his options beyond his current team. And now, for the first time in months, the narrative has shifted. The California franchise, once considered a long shot, is now being seen as a legitimate destination. Reports indicate that they have quietly climbed into the top 3 in terms of likelihood to land this coveted player. For a team that was barely in the conversation a few weeks ago, this is a monumental shift in perception. But as exciting as this possibility is, it's essential to consider the logistical challenges. League rules regarding restricted free agents are notoriously complex. This player falls under that category, which complicates any potential move. Essentially, his current team has the right to match any offer sheet he signs with another franchise. If they choose to match, a trade cannot be facilitated until much later in the calendar year. Direct trades are effectively off the table, unless multiple layers of maneuvering are involved. What makes things even trickier is the asset pool, or lack thereof, at the California team's disposal. Compared to other franchises, they don't possess a treasure trove of high-value trade pieces. This reality forces them to explore creative solutions, such as involving a third team in a potential deal, which adds another layer of complexity. And while the inclusion of promising young talent and multiple future draft picks might sweeten the pot, it still might not be enough to outbid competitors with more attractive offers. It's worth remembering that we've seen similar situations before. The difference is, in those past scenarios, the players in question were unrestricted free agents, giving them far more flexibility to dictate their next move. This time, however, the restricted status changes the dynamic completely. Any move would require navigating a tightrope of league regulations, player preferences, and strategic timing. Yet, amid all these complications, the allure of the California market cannot be ignored. San Francisco, representing the 7th largest media market in the country, offers a platform that few other cities can match. For a player looking to expand his brand and legacy, this is a tantalizing opportunity. Even though other teams might boast larger markets or better trade assets, the cultural and economic appeal of the Bay Area remains a significant factor. Adding to the intrigue is the current state of the team's playoff ambitions. Their recent performance has been rocky, with a particularly disheartening loss that saw them collapse spectacularly in the third quarter, a moment already being dubbed as historically disastrous. With their main star confirmed to miss the next crucial game, the odds of a deep playoff run are shrinking. This has inevitably shifted some of the focus toward the future and what moves need to be made to stay competitive in the coming seasons. For many fans, the idea of bringing in a player of this magnitude represents a glimmer of hope, a chance to breathe new life into a roster that's starting to show its age. There's a growing sentiment that this could be the final opportunity to build around the existing core before a full-scale rebuild becomes inevitable. Thus, the timing of these rumors couldn't be more critical. The ripple effects of such a move would extend far beyond the court. From sponsorships to ticket sales to media coverage, landing a superstar would be a seismic event for the franchise and the league as a whole. And let's not kid ourselves, this is entertainment at its finest. The NBA thrives on narratives, and what better story than a marquee player choosing to join forces with a legendary franchise in one of the country's most dynamic cities. While skepticism is natural, especially given the hurdles involved, history has shown us that the NBA offseason is a time when the improbable often becomes reality. Deals once deemed impossible have materialized out of nowhere, reshaping the competitive landscape in the blink of an eye. So, dismissing this possibility outright would be premature. It's also important to highlight that the team's front office has a reputation for pulling off unexpected moves. They've been known to operate quietly, avoiding the media circus until a deal is nearly finalized. This stealth approach, combined with their strategic positioning and market appeal, keeps them firmly in the conversation, even when the odds appear stacked against them. For the player in question, the decision goes beyond just basketball. It's about legacy, branding, lifestyle, and the chance to be part of a storied franchise with championship pedigree. While other teams may offer more immediate championship prospects or financial incentives, the holistic appeal of joining this California team cannot be understated. Moreover, the idea of stepping into a leading role as the franchise's current star approaches the twilight of his career is an enticing proposition. It offers a unique blend of mentorship, legacy building, and the opportunity to carry the torch forward. From a narrative standpoint, it writes itself, the seasoned veteran handing over the reins to a new face of the franchise, ensuring the team's relevance for years to come. As the days pass, the league's insiders will continue dissecting every move, every meeting, every cryptic social media post. Fans will speculate, analysts will debate, and front offices will strategize. The chessboard is set, and every piece is in motion. Whether or not this move comes to fruition remains to be seen, but the mere possibility has already injected a fresh wave of excitement into the off-season discussions. So, while we wait for official developments, one thing is certain. This saga is far from over. The intersection of player ambition, franchise strategy, and league dynamics makes this one of the most compelling storylines of the year. And in a league where surprises are the norm, who's to say this California dream won't become a reality? What's your take on this? Do you believe this player could genuinely end up wearing that California jersey? Or is this just another off-season fantasy that's being hyped up beyond reason? Let's hear your thoughts, and stay tuned, because this story is only just beginning. While the speculation surrounding this potential move continues to gain momentum, it's crucial to dive deeper into the subtle but powerful dynamics at play. For starters, there's a psychological aspect that often gets overlooked. A player of this magnitude doesn't just consider stats, rosters, or even contract figures when weighing such a monumental decision. There's an emotional pull to joining a franchise with historical significance, one that offers a chance to not only win, but also leave an indelible mark on the sport. In this case, the California team represents more than just a basketball opportunity. It symbolizes legacy, culture, and the chance to be part of a new chapter in a storied narrative. Behind closed doors, you can bet the franchise is meticulously analyzing every possible scenario. They're crunching numbers, assessing how this player's skill set would mesh with their current system, and evaluating the ripple effects on their cap space and future flexibility. There's also a careful balancing act between pushing for a blockbuster move and not mortgaging the entire future of the organization. This tightrope walk requires a level of strategic finesse that few front offices can consistently manage. However, this team has proven in the past that when the stakes are high, they know how to navigate complex waters. Another layer to this story is the growing sense of urgency. The current core of the team, while still competitive, is undeniably aging. Windows of opportunity in professional sports are fleeting, and this franchise knows all too well how quickly the tides can turn. Bringing in a younger, elite player could serve as both a lifeline and a bridge to the next era. It's not just about chasing another title in the short term. It's about ensuring the team remains relevant and competitive in the long haul. Meanwhile, from the player's perspective, aligning with a franchise that offers both competitive potential and a massive media platform is a golden opportunity. The Bay Area's influence stretches far beyond basketball courts, touching tech industries, entertainment, and global markets. For a player looking to expand his personal brand and cement his name in NBA history, this environment provides fertile ground. The exposure, the endorsement possibilities, and the chance to become the face of a franchise known worldwide are factors that can't be ignored. Even with all this in mind, it's important to acknowledge the other contenders. Several franchises are lurking, each with their own assets and pitches to lure the player. Some might offer a quicker path to a championship. Others might dangle larger markets or even more lucrative deals. But what sets this California team apart is the combination of legacy, opportunity, and the allure of playing in one of the league's most iconic jerseys. It's that intangible factor, the chance to become part of basketball lore, that could ultimately tip the scales. As the offseason inches closer, every minor development will be magnified. Whether it's a casual meeting, a social media like, or a cryptic comment in an interview, fans and analysts will dissect every detail in search of clues. The anticipation builds with each passing day, creating a fever pitch of excitement and anxiety. For now, we wait. But if history has taught us anything, it's that in the NBA, even the wildest rumors sometimes come true. This could very well be one of those moments. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. In a shocking turn of events that has sent waves through the NBA and beyond, Kevin Durant has signed a 4-year contract with the Golden State Warriors, leaving fans and analysts across the country reeling from the unexpected decision. The move, announced late last night, is being hailed as one of the most significant free agent signings in recent memory, especially considering Durant's long-standing history with the Brooklyn Nets, where he had spent the past few seasons attempting to lead the franchise to a championship. Durant, a 2-time NBA champion and former MVP, had been the centerpiece of Brooklyn's plans, but after a series of frustrating seasons filled with injuries and internal struggles, it became clear that both Durant and the Nets were at a crossroads. The decision to leave Brooklyn, where Durant had formed a high-profile partnership with Kyrie Irving and James Harden, shocked many, but the choice to join the Warriors caught the basketball world completely off guard. Golden State, having already won multiple championships in recent years, is now poised to become even more formidable with Durant back in the fold. The Warriors had long been a juggernaut in the West, thanks to the talents of Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, and adding a player of Durant's caliber to this already star-studded roster instantly makes them the team to beat in the upcoming season. Durant's previous stint with the Warriors from 2016 to 2019 was nothing short of spectacular. During that period, he helped lead the team to 2 consecutive championships, cementing his place among the NBA's elite players. His ability to dominate offensively, paired with his defensive skills, made him the perfect fit for a Warriors team that was already known for its offensive firepower. However, after leaving the team to join the Nets in 2019, Durant's decision was met with a mix of excitement and skepticism. Some wondered whether he could replicate his previous success in a new environment, while others questioned whether the Warriors' dynastic run would continue without him. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.